Hey, what's going on guys, Impulse here and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to focus on my top 6 Pokemon from the Alola region, which is obviously Sun and Moon. This list, like the previous 6 before, is going to follow the same kind of theme, so if you've missed out on any of those, all the links to that and playlists will be down in the description for you to check out at your own leisure. But without further ado, let's get into this list. In the number 6 spot is Lycanroc. Lycanroc is a rock type with a weakness to ground and water, and it has the ability Sand Rush. So Lycanroc's a pretty cool Pokemon. I prefer the midday form over the midnight form, and that is based on the appearance and the stats. Because Lycanroc's a wolf, wolves are pretty quick, it makes sense, and I just don't like the slower side of it. Obviously the ability is a lot better on the midnight form, but the midday form for me has to be the one. I've used it a fair bit and it seems to be a fan favourite, so it definitely deserves the number 6 spot on my list. In the number 5 spot we have Shiinotic. Shiinotic is a grass fairy with a weakness to fire and flying. It has the ability Spore Effect. So I've never really paid too much attention to its full appearance until making this video, and when I put this little layer together, what you can see now, it kind of just stood out to me how creepy it actually is. But nevertheless, its ability for competitive play is very good. It has a good special defense stat and it has access to some nice moves as well, which can really support a team. It's one of those mons that I've used a little bit, not overly used, but from the time I have used with it, it does seem to do the job very well. So it's definitely one of the mons that I want on this list. So in the 4th place spot is Toxapex. Toxapex is a poison water with a weakness to ground and electric, and it sports the ability Regenerator, which is an incredible ability. Toxapex is a solid wall with amazing special defense and defense as well, and it gets access to some pretty good moves, although it is quite limited to what it can do. So when you see one, you know kind of what to expect, although if you've not got stuff to counter it, you're going to be in a world of pain for your team. I think it's got an interesting design with the little flaps that come up to reveal the mon inside, and yeah, I just like the little backstory with Corsola as well, and I just think they did a good job with it overall. So around the halfway mark we're moving into spot number 3, and in the 3rd place spot for me is Shiny Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko is an electric fairy with a weakness to ground and poison. It's got the ability Electric Surge, which is a great ability once again. No matter which sprite you go with for Tapu Koko, it is very good. In my opinion, its design's incredible. It looks dangerous, and it is, being able to fire off powerful electric attacks due to its great stats and its ability as well, which boosts its damage. Tapu Koko can obviously be run on both physical or special, so you never know exactly what to expect, which makes it quite versatile. So with 4 mons down, we're moving into the 2nd place spot. And the 2nd place spot for me is another Tapu. It's Tapu Lele, and Tapu Lele is a psychic fairy with a weakness to ghost and poison. It has the ability Psychic Surge, which again, like Electric Surge, is a very good ability. Tapu Lele was the first Tapu that I ever used, and it was very good. I used a bulky set with an assault vest, but obviously it can be run with a choice scarf or a number of other sets. Its high special attack damage plus its terrain makes it a real threat in play. And on top of that, it's got a really good design as well. Honestly, there are not that many Pokemon I like from the Sun and Moon generation, but this is definitely up there, as you can see from it being 2nd place on my list. As always, at this part of the list, it's where the honourable mentions would go, but as usual, I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to drop your list down in the comments section below, so we can do a little comparison, because I'm interested to see what your top 6 are. So without further ado, the number 1 spot is Mimikyu, which I'm sure some of you will have guessed. Mimikyu is a ghost fairy type with a weakness to ghost and steel, and has an incredible ability in disguise, which in my opinion is one of the best abilities in the game. Ever since they revealed Mimikyu's design before Sun and Moon even came out, I thought it was a really cool idea. Just the idea of not knowing what's underneath, and the whole design with Pikachu being a fake clone thing with the sheet was really cool to me. On top of that, in the Sun and Moon anime, when Mimikyu sees Pikachu, its eyes kind of glow and flare up, and it goes on an attack spree against Pikachu, which I think is really good. Of course, on top of everything else that I've already said, Mimikyu is very strong competitively, being able to be used in a number of different teams. So that's going to wrap up my top 6 Pokemon from the Alola region from Sun and Moon. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to show your support, and feel free to leave me some topics on upcoming videos you'd like me to make. As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to mash that like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters!